Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you want to get this lovely taupey warm for the fall makeup look, then please keep on watching. If you like the video, please like and subscribe for such videos again. I'll see y'all in the video, in the tutorial. Bye bye. Hey guys, well, first and foremost, let's tie our hair up. We don't want any of our hair coming between the way. Well, our first step will be priming our face. I've already cleansed, toned and moisturized my face. I'm using the Colorbar primer here. I'm making sure that the primer is all over my neck as well. Now I'm just patting all of the primer in. Moving on, I'll be using the LA Pro Conceal color corrector in the shade orange. I am applying this everywhere in the places where I feel that I have discoloration. Now with the damp beauty blender, I will be blending all of the color corrector into my skin. Now moving on to foundation, I am using Maybelline Stay foundation in the shade Sun Beige. I am blending this foundation in with a lovely fluffy kabuki brush. And most importantly, don't forget your neck. Now with the leftover foundation in my hand, I'm going over my skin with a damp beauty blender. The damp beauty blender ensures that you don't have any streaks left from the brush. For concealer, I'm using the LA Pro Conceal in the shade Pure Beige. Now I'm blending all of it in with a damp beauty blender. Using the butt of the beauty blender to ensure that everything's blended. For highlighting, I will be using the concealer Maybelline Age Rewind in the shade Honey. Once again, blending all of that in with the damp beauty blender. Also, don't forget the neck. For a slight contour, I'll be using the Wet n Wild makeup stick in the shade Oaks Onion. Blending the contour in with the same foundation kabuki brush. Once again, I'm using the butt of the blender to ensure that everything is blended smoothly. To set my highlighted areas, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in the shade Light. You can set the powder with a brush as well, but I prefer a sponge as it gives a better finish. Don't forget to set your neck as well. Now let's start with the brows. To fill them in, I'll be using the L'Oreal Brow Artist Brow Pomade. It's important that you fill them in with hair-like strokes. Done with one, now let's do the other. Once again, I'm just setting my eyelids with some loose powder. Now for the eyes, I'm using a warm orange transition shade and blending that in with a fluffy blending brush. Now for the outer corners, I'm using a chocolate shade to darken it up. And blending all of the harsh lines with a fluffy brush. Now that's done, I'm using a darker brown to deepen up the outer corner and also shaping the eyeshadow, giving it some dimension. Now I'm lightening up the lid with some light orange. Use a fluffy blending brush to get rid of all the harsh lines. Here I'm using a fluffy brush to dust off any fallout. Now line your eyes as you would. I am using the Inglot gel eyeliner. You can go with any eyeliner shape as you like. I have gone with the winged eyeline shape. Now that's done, I'll be tightlining my eyes with the K-Beauty Kajal. To bronze my face, I'm using the Wet n Wild contour palette. With it, I'm using a soft fluffy blending brush. Using the same bronzer, I'm taking a flat brush and snatching up that nose. With that same brush, I'm going over the cheeks to give a more high cheekbone face shape. And blending all of that in with the butt of the beauty blender. I'll be lightly baking with the damp beauty blender in all my highlighted areas. Now I'm applying the same eyeshadow shades on my lower lash line. Dusting off the bake with a fluffy blending brush. Now for my lashes, I'm using the L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Lash Paradise. Trying to get my bottom lashes show was clearly a difficult task. Finally, time for some falsies. Now to give some color to your face, I'm using a orange blush. Once again, using the butt of my beauty blender to blend everything in. Now for the lips, I have cancelled out my natural lip tone by applying some foundation over it. I'm also lining my lips with a brown lip liner. Once it's lined, fill in the entire lips with the lip liner so that the color lasts as long. Make sure you line the middle of the lips, as that tends to be the first area to fade off. Now for my favorite part, I'm using a golden champagne highlighter and highlighting the highest points of my cheekbones with a fan brush. I will also be highlighting areas like below my brow bone, on top of my brows, and also on my cupid's bow, and as well as on my nose. At first I was only gonna highlight my collarbones, but looking at the highlighter being so pretty, I just decided to go overboard with it. Using the same highlighter on my inner corners, but since it was not giving off the beaming glow, I just used a setting spray from L'Oreal Infallible and used it, and it was glowing. For my nose, I'm using a tiny flat brush and just highlighting the bridge of my nose and a small dot on the tip of my nose. Now for the final step for the lips, I'm just applying a chocolate brown liquid lipstick all over the lips. We're almost done. To tie up the entire look, just set your makeup with a setting spray so that it lasts all day. Let it dry and we're done! And this is the final look. If you all like this video, please give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye!